progress past like 3 weeks. We gotta get a lot of stuff cleaned up on the outside here so that way I get some rain loaders in and get things ready for a driveway. We've got some more concrete we gotta put in as well, so good amount of progress on this side. The siding guy's running a little bit behind, but he'll be here. So we're using Drywall on the block, and then a bridge flash tape, and then the Drywall mesh. Copper Valley area. So we're gonna run some tabs for heat trace.
Red Bull. Yeah, don't tell me this. So we have. You can do that.
We are getting siding going. So we've had a couple busy days just getting things wrapped up on the inside. We got our CO inspection. So now we are started insulation actually. We're doing our flash coat. We've got an MTI rain screen behind our siding. We've got a Boral lap siding getting installed. It's gonna look really nice. Always digging more holes out here. So we're getting the second part of this wall set up. We've got piers 18 feet apart, and we've got a wall that runs all the way to the side of the property line. We got all of our conduits stubbed up there and our gas line as well for our front entry. And we started part of the front entry wall, just the left side, because access gets tight. I'm waiting on this order for roughly 6 months, but finally got my cast stone so we can get some of these chimneys wrapped up. Way longer lead time than I was expecting. Our windowsills and headers only took 2.5 months, but this was a pretty big order, and it was mainly these pieces specifically, which have a really nice detail, corbel detail for the bottom of our bay window. We've also got some panel details in here as well. For the bay window, we've got the curtain wall, we've got all of our chimney pieces. So the masons are gonna start working on all that. Masons have been working on our stone on the back side of the wall now, because I just want to get things backfilled. We're gonna save the front side for the winter time because it's a lot easier for the masons to build a tent over these walls during the winter, but it's a lot more difficult in the house. So I'm having them still working their way around the back of the house. They'll probably be out front here this fall as well. Now masonry, the biggest priority is these chimneys. Get them wrapped up so we can get this roof done. It really caused a big delay for us. Framers have been at it. I don't expect them coming today just with the weather. There's some rain, but they started getting the beam wraps up. A little dark now, but we have a timber beam wrap, which is about 20 inches wide here. Another one over here. We got the nice little arch to it. So we have several of these spots where we're gonna have a false timber beam wrap. In reality, it's the same material. It's been used in all of our timber frame rafters, but the zip you see is actually what we do for all of our underside of our porch areas for nailing. Insulators have started on the inside, so not many people work on the inside. It is a big enough house where we have the spray foam guys over on this side, and yet you can still have people working over here and in the lower level. But I've been recommending people not to be working inside while the foam guys are in there. Siding crew's been making good progress with our Boral lap siding. And then we also have more walls that we dug out for. So a whole another set of footing walls. These are freestanding walls. And what I've been doing for these, since they have a little bit of a curve to them, we actually GPS where our excavation is. We dig it out first, oversize it a little bit. Looks big, but it's a 3 foot wide footer. It's a 4 foot wide trench here. And then I have the surveyor actually pin the center of the wall for us in a couple different spots. And then when it gets over into this area, he pins where this pier is for me. So that way we use those pins for where the center of that wall is gonna be. We can then form our footer, make sure our dowels are stubbed up correctly. It's been working out really well. But then even where the gate areas are, I still shoot a laser across just to make sure these piers are perfectly square in the block work, and then definitely the stonework later. So I'm trying to get this one wrapped up as quickly as possible and get it backfilled so that way we can get our generator pad poured and start getting the generator set. Because we got some wire we want to pull to finish out a little bit of HVAC work in the one mechanical room. It's just a tight access. Insulators. So we got the foam crew on site. They are getting their flash coat on. So we'd always have a flash coat on the roof. Certain areas we have siding or cast stone, we have flash coat. And we're in debate still right now about our 8-inch stone walls with cast stone or with veneer stone because we have exterior insulation. Now I am totally all for having flash bat on the inside plus exterior insulation. Went around with pink paint, showing the areas where we got our flashing bat since we have some of our cast stone. Over there we have a niche, which I want full depth phone in there, but we got a good head start. But it really helps the guys at least get an idea. They already got a good amount of foam flashed over here. You can see really nice and clean, which is how I like it. And then our back guys are gonna be here as well. So we got an R13 bat basically that goes within this 2x6 wall. So we got 2 inches of foam. Siding guys are making good progress out there. We got our cast stone finally. Getting these chimneys wrapped up as soon as possible so we can get the scaffolding out of the way. We've got our chimney pots already as well, so we can get the roofers continuing. So they've been bouncing around the job a little bit.
This piece is heavy.
Heavy?
Yeah.
How heavy?
The logo.
Yeah. It's all right. You got it, Mike.
You want to try?
No, I'm good. You got it. So we ordered clips so we get everything all set, and then they mortar everything. We were waiting for this for a while, so we had our lead through flash right here. Now we're getting our cast stone above. They have a wash detail here, and then we got our chimney pots that'll pop on after. Roofers finished up that copper there, so you can see all that little solder. Let's see if I can zoom in enough. I had them install clips for heat trace because I'm not a huge fan of this area. And even this, we couldn't get up right there with our ground cable. Look right there. Couldn't get the ground cable there, so we actually stubbed up to our pan to tie to that finial. But then we ran these little clips on there for heat trace because this valley comes to a point and don't really want issues during the winter. Got our surveyor working on that last wall. And on the other side, we even have concrete guys starting to form up over there in the surveyor. Work on the rest of this roof overhead. Surveying. Portico share. Siding guys doing their thing. Lucio out here with his skirt on. Cutting. So we're getting things surveyed for this wall. So he's got his total station system here with the reflector head on the top. Got the little computer module that tells him his pins where stuff's gonna be. And then he's got this head here that's zeroed in off of our control points on site. And this little camera thing just watches that reflector. That's how he does the surveying out here. So we got wainscoting that runs all the way around. It's not a random width, it's actually just a shiplap material. So it's gonna line up with our windowsills, but we gotta have our drywall guys stop things short so that way we can put plywood. So to make up these paper sheets, we've got a line down the middle, you can see. And that way the guys know English and Spanish. So we're getting some more step flashings done, so they're working on the block layout right now. So the dotted line is where they have to pull things back to. And then as we set our steps from bottom up is when we wet set that brick. But these steps, it's kind of hard to tell, where it's a little bit smaller, a little bit bigger, 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 bigger.
A little
tight. Hopefully once they empty, it isn't even tighter. We know it's tight. So we knew the height of the truck. Wow, look at that, it just fit. If that thing was an orange, it would not fit. So we knew that what the height was gonna be. We were told 12 feet. And once you take the concrete out, the truck lifts, which we didn't really account for, but it is working out for us perfect.
What are you working on, Austin?
Bullshit.
Step flashing.
Gonna take one.
Another busy day on site. So we had a drywall delivery. Before the drywall company came here, they did check the height of this porte cochere. Said we were clear, but we weren't. So we already had to dig down our gravel here anyway to prep for the slab. So the excavators had to quickly get all that scratch out of the way. But now they're actually starting to prep for that slab. Just a steel flinch plate. Now that we got this cast stone, we were just pushing to get all of our chimneys done, to get all the scaffolding down, so that way the roofers can do their thing. So we got the center one done, they're working on this one now. And the last one will be that rear section there. Things are coming together. Framers are working on the trim on the underside of the ceiling. Got our timber beam wrap. These steel columns get wrapped with the cast stone material. Which that material is not here yet, but it should be hopefully here in about 2 weeks. Are working the copperhead flashing. He said they're going to finish up the roof up in this area for us. So you got the flues, they got the cap on. So we ended up making custom chimney pots, and the reason was these normally come at 13 by 13 and now they're at 13 by 18. So our flue size is 13 by 18, so they're rectangular shape. They came out nice. They are an open top, which we kept recommending putting a cap on, so I did ask the architect to take a look at it. Greg's working on the other one now. Get a lot of fabric up for dense pack. Starting to fill rooms now. Just making sure everything's stubbed out where we need it to be. Looks cool with the dense pack material. So they'll come in and they'll put their pipe down. They'll have like a little slot and they'll keep filling up and just completely pack these walls with cellulose material. All floors, ceilings, walls. Exterior area, we've got uncraft face bats and the foam. It's been a little crazy out here during the days. We have been busy, a lot of guys working, which is good. But site work, insulators are still working away in the house. They're doing the dense pack right now. It's crazy looking. Got the dense pack, these guys are just packing away. It's got a little button on the controller, stops it and starts it. It's our dense pack, so we're doing all of the walls, floors and everything. It is now Wednesday. We started this drywall on Monday, hanging. So this and the lower level, we've got plywood. It's gonna run around. My signs worked out perfect. So that way they get things set up. Leave it in Spanish, that way the crews have no excuses. So he is a little short there, so I'll have to add them, stub a little bit. That's why I put these signs up as well, so that way I can catch any issues. Beautiful fall weather out here. Got our block masons working on more walls. Got our stone masons working on the chimneys right now. Panel bottoms for our flue size and shape for custom heights. Our timber beam wraps going up as well.
This isn't a super crazy.
So they've been getting the dents back in everywhere. Really making the house quiet. They're still working on their netting throughout the project. It's getting pretty quiet. So in here, this whole area is a flash and bat. As you can see the uncraft face bats. Got dents pack up in that area for the interior space. And then certain areas we've got the membrane where we have basically exterior insulation.
What is it?
38'2". So we are laying out our cobble details that we've got. So we've got cobble that goes under here, the portico share. We've got a cobble board that comes here. We've got cobble aprons right here. Little cobble walkway here, cobble radius there, cobble rumble strip there, cobble 38'2". Yep.
Can you go on?
So we still lay everything out off of all the buildings using the computer to scale a lot of these measurements as well. Here's the drawing. So this is what we just laid out. We got the portico share, we got the radius here, we got the radius here, we got the cobble detail right here, cobble detail right here, cobble right here. So we're getting all this prepped, and then we're about to do the center circle, which is just a drain grate. Everything is working out though. We are basically going 12 to 14 inches lower. So that way we've got 6 inches of cobble material. We've got 6 inches of concrete minimum. About 6 to 8 inches is what we're doing. They're putting a gravel down because we are not below frost, which is our spec. So they have all the elevations. They gotta dig things out. It's pretty darn level all in here with our whole border. The biggest thing is this is a little lower, and that is very close to where it needs to be. So they gotta just make sure this manhole is dead level is the biggest thing. And then we'll dig around this, and we got a whole circle radius section through here. We're getting all this ready for our cobble base material. So we're gonna get this slab poured. We're getting our aprons in, our swoop sections, our aprons in front of the garages. Same thing over here, our curb with our apron for the cobble as well. Apron over here. We're gonna get our center section poured for that. And then all the way over to this apron area. My concrete guy is gonna be pouring on Tuesday next week. So after we do our mock-up over here and I get approved, I would like to get this stuff scheduled because we're trying to get a driveway paved before the end of this year. After this section's all done, then we're gonna actually start prepping over there as well. More concrete getting poured. Gonna get our generator pad poured. A couple of these cobbles poured. 4 more on Wednesday. It's a little bit of a war zone back here. Some more. We are laying out all this cobble stuff now, so we're gonna do a mock-up, but we're gonna get some of the cobble here set up in this location, and then I'm marking out where these borders are. We still got our corner pins, but getting the center line string all the way down here first. Square it off these 2 garages, those measurements, and then that way I can pull my measurements off the string line too where I need to be. Cobble mock-up. So this morning I spent some time doing all the layout. You can see I got some marks there with X's. So we're going to center line all the way down through here down the middle. And then I had my radius stake, so I double checked. Snap some lines. You can see another snap line over there. Mark the back side of all the